Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hi Krishna, dear devotees. Welcome to our ISKCON official YouTube channel. Today I am going to discuss Srimad Bhagavatam 10th canto, 16th chapter, text 17 onwards. Te annasamana daitam Krishnam suchitaya padehi Bhagaval lakshanai jagmu padabhya jamuna tatam. The residents hurried toward the bank of the Jamuna in search of their dear Master Krishna, following the path marked by his footprints, which bore the unique signs of the personality of Godhead. This is Swarup Lakshana. How to know the Lord? Two ways, Mahaprabhu says. Swarup Lakshana and Tatastha Lakshana. This Swarup Lakshana is Bhagavan. So in the purport, Vishnu Thakur says, the Brajavasis followed the path marked by Krishna's footprints, which bore the unique symbol of Lord's corns, disc, and gourd. These are the signs, the Lord's feet. So, Srila Sanatana Goswami says, because they knew the signs of his feet, it is hinted that they would find him soon. He was dear, since he was Krishna. Thus they searched, lamenting and searching. So in the next verse 18, it is said that so te tatrabja javangusani dojo papannani padani vispate marge gabam anya padantarantare nirikshmana jajur anga sattara. That means the footprints of Lord Krishna, the master of the entire cowherd community, were marked with the lotus flower, barley corn, elephant, gourd, thunderbolt, and flag. And the king Parikshit, seeing his footprints on the path among the cows' hoofprints, and the residents of Vrindavan rushed along in great haste. The purport, disciples of Srila Prabhupada Maharaj, quoting from Sanatana Goswami, says that since Lord Krishna had passed along the path sometime previously, why were not his footprints, which are surrounded by those of cows, cowed boys, and so on, smashed over and brushed away? Why hadn't his footprints been obliterated by those of the beasts and birds of Vrindavan forest? The answer is indicated by the word Vispati, master of the cowherd community. Since Lord Krishna is actually the wealth of all living beings, all the inhabitants of the forest of Raja would carefully preserve his footprints as great treasures, the very ornaments of the earth. Thus, no creature within Vrindavan would ever walk upon Lord Krishna's footprints. So, so the next verse I would like to speak, that is verse 19. In verse 19 it is said that antarhrude bhujaga bhoga paritam arat krishnam niriham upalabhya jalasande gopas mudha disnam paritha pasumsa sankrandantah parama kasmalam apur artah. That means, as they hurried along the path of to the bank of the Jamuna river, they saw from a distance that Krishna was in the lake, motionless, within the coils of the black serpent. They further saw that the cowherd boys had fallen unconscious and that the animals were standing on all sides, crying out for Krishna. Seeing all this, the residents of Vrindavan were overwhelmed with anguish and confusion. They couldn't know what to do, what had happened like that. So in the purport, the disciples of Srila Prabhupada Maharaj say, in their grief and panic, the residents of Vrindavan tried to find out whether Kaliya had forcibly dragged young Krishna from the shore into the water, or whether Krishna had himself jumped from the shore and fallen into the clutches of the snake. They couldn't understand anything about the situation, and Krishna's cowherd boyfriends, being unconscious, were unable to tell them anything. The cows and calves were crying out for Krishna, and thus the whole situation was overwhelming and created a state of shock and panic among the residents of Vrindavan. So, in this connection, I may say that Sri Jayadeva Goswami has written a song in this way. Harikarya visadhara ganjana hai janaranjana hai janaranjana jadukura narina dinesa jaya jaya deva. This Kaliya incident is nicely composed in a Sanskrit song, which Mahaprabhu released every day while Mahaprabhu was in Jagannath Puri. Every day he was releasing the songs of Jayadeva Goswami, Chandidas, Vidyapati, etc. It's just described in Chaitanya Charitamrita. So, in the purport, the disciples of Srila Prabhupada Maharaj say that in their grief and panic, the residents of Vrindavan tried to find out. Yes, I have said it. So, in the Sanatana Goswami Brihad Vaishnava Toshani says that the lake was a little over a yojan in breadth. I've already explained it previously. The boys were scattered on the east, south, and west shores, but not north. They saw that the animals were crying intensely all around the lake. Unlimited animals had gathered to see Krishna play. Now the animals remained there crying. The cowherd saw both the unconscious boys and the crying animals. Or the first chaw indicates all the boys, and second chaw indicates that there were birds crying as well. So, in the verse 20, it is said that Gopyo Anurakta Manaso Bhagavati Anande Tat Sauda Smita Biloka Giraha Smarantyaha Graste Hina Priyatame Brisa Dukkhataptaha Shunyam Priya Vyatihratam Dadrusho Tilokam. That means when the young gopis whose minds were constantly attached to Krishna, the unlimited Supreme Lord, saw that he was now within the grips of the serpent, they remembered his loving friendship, his smiling glances, and his talks with them. Burning with great sorrow, they saw the entire universe as void. Sunyaitam Jagat Sarvam Govinda Virahaname. Mahaprabhu released these points in his Leela, in his pastimes. So, if Saraswata Santika and the Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur says, this verse describes the anguish of the young damsels of Braja who were attached to Krishna in Madhurya Bhava. The word Bhagavati here means most beautiful, and Ananta means filled with unlimited qualities. Seeing their most beautiful Krishna, who is endowed with infinite attractive qualities, beyond bound in the coils of the serpent, and remembering the love that Krishna had for them, his gentle smiles, his furtive glance, and his loving prattles during their amorous affairs, the gopis saw the three worlds turn empty and meaningless. Due to the fire of separation from Krishna, the entire universe burned to ashes. In this way, I'd like to stop here with a request to subscribe, share, and like our channel and get blessings of Lord. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama.